improved movement. Okay, so that's the player movement. We're gonna make it so that the player is more like the Boomer Shooter kind of style. So we're gonna go in, and when I finish this part and we start the next vote, we'll talk again. Okay, in the chat. So for now, let's do the player movement. The player movement of this character, or firstly, the player character is this square here. So them right there. If we go to the player, open up, we go to behaviors. In here is how the player movement is already done. And apparently the number of jumps I can do in air is 6. That sounds like a lot. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can basically fly. Ooh. It's a little jetpack. So let's just tweak that. So we'll start with that. The best, or the only like normal number for that, is definitely 2. And floor jumps count as air jumps. No. Actually, yeah, that's 1 then. So air jumps is 1. So this is the advanced jump 3D behavior, which is one that goes along with the 3D platformer character. Where is that one too? That's what it's called. The physics character 3D. So the advanced jump 3D goes along with the physics character 3D. And lets you jump and with air jumps and have coyote time. So when you jump off a platform, you have a second to, or well, quarter of a second of leeway, so you don't like miss the platform when you try to jump. Okay, so that's the beginning there. Then we'll go down to the behavior and tweak that. So right now, if I go into the character and I jump. I mean, that feels okay. No, it doesn't. It's very sluggish. So I make that faster and... Ooh, yeah, look at that. When I go from one side to the other side, there's like a real slow... Ugh. So we'll fix that. I believe the best place to do that is in here, but it might also be the 3D physics behavior. Let's check the character behavior first. Falling speed, gravity, jump height, forward acceleration, deceleration. Let's crank that up. Acceleration. The forward speed is all right, but it's not quite as high as it could be. I find that deceleration needs to be like really high on all of these things because sliding just doesn't feel good. So not too fast though, because obviously you don't want to have like a instant stop because that feels worse. But let's just try with the 4,000 for now. What else have we got here? Can be pushed by other characters. Keep object angle. Oh. Yeah, okay. Keep object angle and forward direction the same, yes. The only time I've needed to change that was for a 3D third-person game, where you want to like zoom in and zoom out and have the angles different for some reason. Oh, sideways. There we go. Sideways acceleration, deceleration. So that would be... That was that sluggishness. I guess that should be basically the same. Yeah. Let's go with 3,000 and 4,000. Max sideways speed. I think with Boomer Shooters, they were always the same, basically. Slope angle. Yep. Okay, those are fine. Okay, let's see what that's like. I think I'll just shrink this to make it fit in screen. Almost instantaneously switching direction. Oh, go away. Okay, so yeah. I gotta jump twice to get up here though. And the falling feels kind of floaty. Ugh. Yeah, it feels like kind of like falling like a feather. So let's make the jump a little higher. Both of these, yeah. So gravity would have to be a little higher, and jump height, make that a little higher. And by a little, I mean like 50% higher. Jump sustain time. That's usually a good number. The defaults are all right usually, but depending on the scale for physics, it's a little bit wonky. It can be a little bit wonky. Okay, I can jump up with one jump. Oh, that still feels floaty though. Like it takes a long time to fall. Ooh. Okay. So up gravity again. Even further. Oh. Let's go with 1600. Oh, you know what? No, I'm being silly. Max fall speed would be the best. Let's go all the way to 800. Okay. Hey, that feels much better. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me get up high. Jump down. Yeah. Feels a little bit... might feel a little bit heavy now, actually. Turn gravity down just a smidge. And the jump height just up a smidge. This is basically how I've developed games for a long time. You tweak a little bit, you work a little bit, you tweak a little bit, you work a little bit, back and forth. Let's see. Oh, I got to hear first jump. Yep, and yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Totally. Yeah, that works much better, okay. Yeah. I love how they go flying. Okay, cool. That's a pretty good start there with that. Let me think now. For movement, there's those two mechanics. What else do we have access to? I'm going to really quickly, rather than searching myself, I'm going to go to ask mode for the AI. New chat. Ask mode. What behaviors do I have access to for movement? Nope. Player movement in a 3D physics game. Okay, give that a second, because I know that I've looked up a bunch of these before, and I know all of them off by heart for the 2D platformer character, but I'm not sure which ones of those actually got ported over. So since the AI has access to all of these things, I'll just ask it. It has access to the entire list of extensions and behaviors, so it knows what's there. Cowtown and air jump, we have that one. Shooter mapper, 3D mapper, yep, got those. First person movement, yeah. Any dashing? I'll just check too while I'm at it, while I'm doing it. 3D physics. No, 3D platformer, I guess. This one's installed already. Shake. No, it's suggesting... Yeah, so it's saying that the 2D platformer character has these ones, but not the 3D physics character yet. So, but actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the only one... Most Boomer shooters didn't have a way to actually, like, sprint or dash. It was really just the basic movement going as fast as you could. So let me see if this feels good enough, and if I feel like I need to sprint, then it needs to get a little faster. Probably. Backing up, backing up, backing up. Shoot, 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 shoot. I think it needs to be just a little bit faster, because I keep feeling myself wanting to sprint. So, jump height just a smidge faster, gravity just a smidge higher, fall speed, smidge higher. Okay, let's see. Forward acceleration, this probably the best one, and then bring this up a little bit, and that felt okay. Let's go down here, 4,000, 400. Nice round numbers. Everything all looks the exact same. Slope, good, 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 good. Okay, let's try that. Oh. Yeah, oh, that feels, yeah. That feels way better. Okay, cool. We're gonna stop it there. That's cool. Now. Let's do another vote here now for the next mechanic, and we'll move on. So I'm going to start the timer in a moment, but Boo, could you start the next vote, please? Okay, cool. Thank you very much. All right, on to the next ones. Let me check the chat, and we'll keep moving forward. Somebody says, Ultra Kill, you don't have a sprint, but you can dash. Zero says, adding force towards player angle would work as a dash. For sprint, you would change max speed based on if some key is pressed. How fast can I do that? I'm gonna... Oh, hold on, I'll check for any other questions real fast, but if I have time, I'm gonna try to get that in. Let's see. Somebody's saying, I guess the code will work after stream. No, the code should be working right now. Is there a problem with the code for the discount code? I thought I tested that. I did test that before the stream started. What I'm talking about, folks, is down at the bottom of the screen, there's a discount code for 20% off a yearly plan. So the Nightbot is sharing a link for that, so they should be all good. Let me know if they're not working. How to make an object. Someone's asking how to make an object where the player goes through it and then the player can't go back through it, a one-way object. That's not terribly complicated, but it would be easiest to describe with 2D. You could do it with 3D too, but basically, if you have an object, say this one, for example, and the player goes through it, whatever you're using to make your player not go through like the walls and things, have that disabled before they go through it, and then when they go through it, either by checking the X as it goes along, or by checking the collision, or however you want to check that. But when they go through it, just reactivate the behavior for the wall or physics, or if it's some other kind of code, then you can just change that to kind of toggle on whether that is active. So a Boolean variable would probably be the best thing, but also behavior deactivating and reactivating your behavior would work too. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, but really quickly, somebody they mentioned the dash. If Ultra Kill has a dash, I'll make one real fast. I have 1.5 minutes. How fast can I go? So player, nope. I'll just use this real fast. Replace, move events into a group. Up here, player dash. If Ultra Kill can do it, we can do it too. Shift. Nope, that's not right. Key pressed. Key just pressed, so it works on the once, only once. Shift, left shift. Okay. And then force. Add a force to the player. Nope, hold on, nope. Add force angle. Player. If we go this, player dot angle. I love the autocomplete. It's great. We'll make it instant so it happens just that one frame. Let's make it. Oh no, it's gonna be too much force if we do it like that. Oh, how's that gonna work? Oh no. Well, let's just see what it's like. 500. So press left shift, see what happens. Not a thing. Oh darn. I think we would have to deactivate a behavior for that to work, because it wouldn't work along with the player platform behavior, the 3D physics behavior. Shoot. Okay. I'm going to disable that one and put it at the bottom, so you folks later on can see that and be like, that was a thing we could do. And maybe you'll get it working. Okay. Timer ran out. Let's go to remove that. Check the chat, see what we got. So the next mechanic is finishing enemy attacks. And that one I really wanted to do because, well, it's fun. So let's do that. And again, I'll come back and answer any questions in the next break. So right now for the enemy attacks, we have they jump to our position, they move forward. Whoop, whoop. How far are they jumping? Not very far. You jump up real high and then stop. Why do you stop? Oh, I know why. Because in the last stream, we made it so that their animations... So jumping, yeah. So halfway through their animation, then they actually finally jump. So we're only getting half the animation for them to jump. So we need to increase the speed at how fast they go to get back to where they were. So they're only doing half jumps right now. Come here. Come on. Jump. Oh. Let's do the deers. Come here, deers. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. So that's better. I don't think there's any issue for the ghost with that because there's no distance. So that should be fine. What I wanted to do though for the attacks, firstly, the ghost has a problem because if the ghost keeps shooting, they'll end up making like dozens and dozens of bullets. So what we need to do is make it so that when the bullets get so far away from the player or below the ground, we have a flat arena, so we'll just do below the ground. So that would be -30 is where the ground is, I believe. Yeah. So if we go to the events again, and range attacks are here inside of the enemy attack group. Set back to chase. Let's do bullet cleanup. Bullet cleanup. So if we have a bullet that goes below the ground, so right now it's just a ghost. The ghost attack is the only thing. So when the ghost attack, Z position, Z elevation, probably Z position equals or is less than. Less than because Z is up, or going up for Z is positive, so negative is down. Let's go -50. Apologies. One moment. Had to cough. Okay, so we have that going. The attack finishes. Oh no, down here. Bullet cleanup, Z position is less than -50, and then we delete the bullet. Ghost attack. Okay, so we should be able to do that by going, we'll open the debugger to see how many we have. So when they fire at us, I need to time this properly. When they fire at us, okay. Get away from them. Go away, go away. So when they fire at us, we have ghost attack 1. And if I refresh now that it's gone through the floor, ghost attack is 0. So they have been deleted. The one that was shot at me, when it went through the floor, it was deleted because now that we have none. So if I refresh right now, after they shot and went through the floor, down there, there's 0. If I go back again, let them attack me. Oh, well, let them kill me. Come on. Okay, refresh. Okay, we have 2 there now. They're below the floor. Okay, well, you can see how they're going away. So that's the first thing. So bullet cleanup is important because that way you don't have dozens and dozens of bullets getting lost. And the ghost should always be below the player, so I feel like that's a fair enough thing to use as the ground. Or at least right now, the bullets are always above the player because the ghosts are always up in the air. Okay, so we'll go with that for now for bullet cleanup. But on top of that, I wanted to add some particle effects and some sound effects. Because otherwise it's just kind of a boring, not boring, but less exciting scene. So 3D particle effects. There we go. We could use a red explosion as the default. Yes, update extension. Okay, so with the red explosion effect, we will recall that the attack puff or attack particle. Sure. Attack particle. Mission duration is that long. We'll make it even. No, we'll leave it at that for now. See what it does. But what we do need to do is change the color because obviously it's not going to be like an explosion red. So we'll go with like a brown color and a white color. So it's kind of like a dust attack. And we'll see what that looks like once we add it to an attack. So what we want to do is we'll start with the Cyclops because that'll be the most obvious one to do. So when they're attacking the Cyclops, jumping, they start jumping. Or no, when they land, when they start jumping. When they start jumping. Although when they land would be really cool though. But we'll start with start jumping. Okay, so create particle. Oh wait, no, just create. Sorry. Create an object. Particle. Attack particle. And we'll create it at the Cyclops center X and center Y. So it starts in the middle of the object. But then we need to change its position, Z elevation of the particle, to equal the Cyclops Z. I think it's Z position, because I think the origin point of the Cyclops is already the bottom of it. Let's see what happens. So when it goes to jump, it should create particles below its feet, below itself. Come on. Oh, wait. Whoa. It created them over there for some reason. What? Oh, well, that's a, it's a lot of particles. Okay. So we want that to happen once instead of all those times. So we want it to be here, happening once. How do we do that? So when it jumps once, I guess we just add a trigger once here, probably be the best thing. Create and on the ground. Oh no, we have the 3D physics behavior now, so we can check the state of the object. The 3D platformer character. So we can check the state of the object. So jumping. Cyclops. What? Oh. Cyclops. Let's find it. Can jump. Is jumping. There it is. Okay. So we will. Right here, I guess. So it's not jumping. Create the particle. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that really quick. So when they're not jumping, nothing happens. When they jump that first time, they should. Come on, jump. Okay, well, that's a start. That's a start there. Okay. First, I think it's too much because it looks like an explosion. So we need to change that to normal. Lifespan, max lifespan, 1 second is way too long. The jumping only takes a moment. Min lifespan, sure. But we need to make them go further out. Mission duration, 0.1 seconds. Where is the force that it goes out at? Size. That can be bigger. Oh, no, that's fine. Speed. Here we go. Speed. Okay. So we want those to go out faster. So they're kind of small. We can go with 320 and then 150. Sure. See what that's like. Come on, you. Jump. Ooh, that was better. That was more like a little dust thing. Why is that jump so crazy, though? What was that? Cyclops? Not jumping. Type of Cyclops. That did seem like it was a very, like, abrupt jump. No, guess it's fine. Okay. Okay. But they are stopping in midair, so it's probably too fast. So let's go 650 instead for the force going through. We'll make that for the jumping enemies instead of just Cyclops and see how that works out. Jumping enemies. Jumping enemies. Jumping enemies. Okay, cool. So this here, I think we have to add the for each in this section. Jumping enemy. So this is the for each condition, so it checks for each enemy to see if they're jumping. Because we want to make sure that it's being done per enemy and not just trying to, when one jumps, spawn a particle on the other ones. Or when one's not jumping, it'll spawn the particles, even though it's not one that's supposed to be jumping up. So, let's see. Okay, deer's be a good example. Hey, there we go. Okay, yeah. All right, so they're jumping out. They got a little dusting below them. That's not quite perfect, but I think if we make this a little faster, they'll spread out more and it'll look a little more like a dust thing. So if I go up to, say, 450, and then 200. Okay. And then gravity. Yes, please, gravity. Let's go just start at 100. Gravity top. Y negative, Z negative, or Z plus. I think. Yeah. Let's try that. Come on. Jump up. Oh, little guys. Come on, jump. 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 Okay, cool. Now, what we also want to do is, on the landing part, do the same thing. When they land, where would that be? Set back the chase. Yeah, so if we take this and we move it to there, animation finish, animation change, so idle. When they're idle and on the ground is probably the best way to do it. So let's go find jumping enemies. Pop it up. Oh, I think it's floor. Is on floor, yeah. Okay, so when they're on the floor, for the first time only. Oh wait, no. Attack animation, halfway through the animation finishes, change to idle. Animation finish, change to idle. I think actually if we take this on the floor and make it jumping, so when they finish animation and then they're on the floor, change to idle. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So now they're automatically on the floor when they idle. Okay, so they're on the floor idle. We know they're on the floor already. Jumping enemies. I want to create a particle once when they land on the floor. Oh, well, this would be the point when they land on the floor first. So that's the... Okay. I didn't need this here. Keep that the way it is. Right here, when they land on the floor. So this is the point when they land on the floor and they change animation to idle. So this is a one-time thing because they flip it. And so we'll do it here. So we're not going to worry about jumping. We are going to repeat it for each enemy. And we're going to create the particle. Yes. Okay. Let's go. Let's see what this looks like. All right, let's see. So jump and then land. Land. Ow. Jump. And they're going. Okay. Now they're going too fast. Let's see. Jumping. Okay, here. Let's bring this back down to 400. See what happens. Come on down. Jump at me. Jump up. Oh, they're okay. So they're like adjusting their position to go after me. I see. Well, oop. Not a terrible thing, but it's a bit odd that they're not looking at me while they do it. So let's add this in here as well. The angling towards the player. Yeah, there. So while they're jumping, they should look at me now. Jump. Yeah, now they're looking at me while they jump. Okay. Oh no, I'm muted. Oh, how long have you muted for? I have the chat up on my third screen. Sorry, folks. I didn't notice that. 5 minutes. Ah, I'm sorry. Here I am talking to myself. You can see my head moving. I've got it. I've got it fixed there now. Shoot. Sorry, folks. Okay, so let me explain what I've been doing then. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, I think I just saved you from all the random sound effects that happened during GFXR. So maybe that was good. Maybe that was a good thing. Because there was a lot of weird noises being made. So now we have noises. Now that you can hear them, let's check. Okay. So get off of me. Okay, cool. All right. So we're gonna bring those down a little lower though. Make them a little less high pitched. I think we might. What's best? This and see how that works out. Do the pitch shifting first. You heard the effects? You heard all the GFXR noises? Oh dear. That's not too bad. I think I could get used to that, but it's not quite right. I feel like we would need something better than that, but maybe later. Wesley should turn the microphone back on. Okay, I see. I see how it is. I see that. Okay. All right. So I have about 10 minutes left, so let's stop there with this. Do I have time for another vote, I wonder? I might not, unfortunately. No. Okay, we won't do another vote. We'll just keep on going with the attacks and tweaking a few things and try to make this a little better. So then when the final version is made and added to like a link below this video in the description or pinned comment after the stream, then you can take it and have a little more fun with it without it being quite as janky. Okay, so what was the jankiest part? I think I also noticed that the enemies look directly at you at all times instead of like kind of rotating towards you, which is kind of jarring. So I think that's just here in the enemy movement. Let's try 20 and see what that's like. So when they jump, it'll have this like moment where they start going towards you. Too slow. Okay, that person's moving backwards. Let's go 360 all the way up. Hey, that was great. You see that one there? Oh, that was perfect. Where's the other person? Oh, there you are. Okay. That's really good. I like that. But this needs to be sped up a little bit because that was a little strange because they walk backward. They jump sideways to get to you. So maybe 250 just to get some rotation going. So when you jump now, you should look at me. Jump. Yeah, there we go. So they are looking at me when they jump. And they turn to look at me. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Great. Perfect. Okay, so that's that part there. We've got the attack. Oh, the is the ghost is not making the sound. Let's use the attack ghost sound for the ghost too. So when we create the object, just stick that in there, see what happens. See what it's like. Definitely need a better sound effect than that, but it works. Okay. let's go into the sound effect. See if I can do better. Apologies. This is going to be a little not annoying, but a lot of sounds. I find the explosion in JFXR is the best for this because it's oh wait. Not quite. Because it starts with like that like swooshing sound. Great at explaining things. Let me get rid of the tremolo. So it's a sound. Oh. I guess it should hit. Yeah, so it should hit. So I had like a swoosh sound here at the beginning. So I had like a swoosh at the beginning, but it should kind of hit immediately. Okay, and be shorter. And decay longer? No. No. Okay. Gosh. Frequency, bring that down. Sweep. Let's go for something kind of neutral. Okay, all right. Oh, that was great. I think I had like a step in there, but whoops. Wait. No. I think that's probably the best way to get there. But compression. Yeah. Would it be two harmonics? I don't know if that's worse or not. I think I'll make a separate sound. New. Save that. Okay. We'll go with that for now for the ghost? Yeah. Okay, so the ghost has that one and they have the attack swoosh. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you definitely need some like rotation in there. Would lerping be the best solution for them? I'm not quite sure what the best solution would be, but since we only have 5 minutes left, I think I'll stop there, unfortunately. But we got some particles in, we got some better movement. The player feels much nicer to play as, and now the enemies look at you when they attack. So, all good stuff. What I'll do now, though, is check the chat. So if you have any questions or anything, or if there's been anything in the chat that I've missed, you know, like my microphone's not working, things like that, I'll read that now. Okay, let me see. And then we'll end off the stream. Let me go up a little bit. Please give new full GDevelop tutorial from scratch to advanced. I would love to. One of the best series on this channel actually is the wave defense game. It's still pretty much the best tutorial video to follow because it goes over everything. There's a few things that are outdated, but I have some comments made below the video to link to like the updated material for them. And it does eventually at the end of the video of the series, it does switch to mobile controls too. So like it's got basically everything for everybody. But I would love to do a new updated version of that at some point. Also, if you're a YouTuber out there and you want to make videos, do that. Just copy the format we used for that video, the how to make X game, and make a playlist. You'll get so many views. It's great. Do that. Okay, let's see. We cannot hear you. Yes, I noticed that. I'm sorry. There's a lot of messages about not hearing me. That's unfortunate. I should read the chat every time. Oh, well, it's unfortunate. It is on the screen above me, but like I have to look up. And gamers don't look up, so okay. We'll end the stream there, I think, in that case. We're about done anyways. So again, if you'd like, bottom of the screen, there's a discount code for a 20% off discount for a yearly subscription to GDevelop, which gives you a bunch of perks and benefits and things, mostly online features, AI credits, things like that. But also, it's a 20% discount on top of the monthly discount you get anyways. So if there's a monthly plan, the yearly plan is a discount on that because it's bundled, and then 20% off that discount. So the discount's down below, or in the description there's a link, and the Nightbot's been going off with it. So you can get that in the engine. And while you're waiting, or after you've done that, I'll have the video or this game cleaned up a little bit and put up as a link under the video in the pinned comment and in the description in about an hour or so. So if you want to play with this game or tinker with it or go in and fix the dash that I didn't fix, you can do that. So hopefully you enjoyed this stream, and bye for now.